In today's video, I catch a salmon, harvest my squash, and I start a fire. Time to go to the kitchen. There's one thing missing. Now we're ready to cook. Dear honorable judges, 4-H members, and competitors, welcome to my 3-course set menu. My name is Lenny. The first course is butternut squash soup. The main course is salmon and scalloped potatoes, and the dessert will be flambéed strawberries. Always remember to keep everything clean. These are the ingredients you will need for the butternut squash soup. 4 cups chicken broth, 2 small butternut squashes or 1 big one, ½ cup whipping cream, 1 onion, 6 tablespoons of butter, 1 whole garlic, yellow curry, turmeric, and ginger. The tools you'll need is a pot and a stirring spoon. You will also need a smart stick, chopping board, and a knife. All the ingredients here are from BC except for the spices. Here's a quick backstory of my squash. There are summer and winter squashes. Today I will harvest my ripe winter squash so I can use it in my soup. So you peel and dice the onion, peel and slice the garlic, and make it golden on some melted butter. I'm just peeling the garlic now. I think it adds a great flavor to the soup. I'm slicing the garlic. I started browning the onions on the melted butter. Meanwhile, it's browning nicely. You want to wash the squash, and then after you wash it, you can cut it and dice it. Now that it's golden, we can put in the spices for 30 seconds and then put in the squash and the chicken broth. Now pour in the chicken broth. After it starts boiling, let it simmer for 30 minutes and put on a lid. Now that the soup has simmered and the squash has softened, we can mix it up to make it creamy. For the scalloped potatoes, we use only BC grown ingredients, which include 2 cups of chicken broth, 6 potatoes, 6 tablespoons of flour, 2 cups whipping cream, 8 tablespoons butter, 1 large onion, and 1 whole garlic. For this, you will need an oven-safe dish, a pot, something to stir it with, a chopping board, and a knife. Before putting the dish together, remember to preheat the oven to 400 degrees. So I'm clicking convection roast at 400 Fahrenheit. First, you take the onion and split it to make it more stable. Now you dice it. Now you can see we have diced onions. So you put the butter in the pot to melt it. While the butter is melting, you take your garlic and peel and slice it. This garlic is from our neighbors. We tried to put some in the ground too, but it was too late. Now we put these ingredients in till they get the nice golden color. Now we can use the dull side of the knife Now that the flour is nice and gold, you can gradually mix in the broth and cream. Now that it's nice and thick, you can turn it off. Put in some salt and pepper. And then mix it together well. Now it's time for the russet potatoes. All we have to do is peel them. Now we wash them and then we slice them. Always remember safety, so keep your hand in a claw and do even slices. So I'm going to take some butter and grease up the dish and then put one layer of potatoes and then one layer of the sauce and then repeat. So I'm just working my way through the layers. So it's all ready now. Now we bake it for 45 minutes with a lid and the last 15 minutes without. I'm setting a timer to 45 minutes. Washing the asparagus. When you bring asparagus from the farm market, you want to keep water at the bottom when you store in the fridge so it stays fresh. When you are preparing asparagus, you want to chop off this white end and keep the tender tip. So now we need to preheat the oil for the asparagus. Now we're gonna fry the asparagus on the oil. The asparagus is done when it's nice and green. Now just season it with some salt and pepper. Chop, 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 chop. Now it's time to make some cashew cream. So for the sauce on the salmon, you will need 2 cups chicken broth, white wine, olive oil, 1 lemon worth of lemon juice, 1 onion, 1 whole garlic, some herbs, so fresh dill, basil, sage, and green onion, then cashew cream and salt and pepper. All of these are ingredients from BC except for the cashews. Put in the oil on high heat, then put in the finely chopped onions and the whole garlic. Then mix until it has a glassy look. Now that it has a glassy look, we can put in the white wine. After simmering for about 30 seconds, you can add in the chicken broth. After it starts boiling, you can gradually add in the cashew cream until you get the thickness you want. After 5 minutes of simmering and stirring, we can add in the green onion and let it boil and then turn it off. You can add a bit of lemon juice, herbs, salt and pepper to taste. Taste test. This sauce is my dad's special recipe. A little bit of salt and it's perfect. I consider myself to be quite a fisherman, so I caught a salmon which travels 3,000 kilometers across the Pacific. After I filleted the salmon, I will dry it. Make sure you get the oil at a very high temperature before you put on the salmon. Now that the oil is properly preheated, put its skin down first and flip only once. There's something special about growing your own food. Today, I used some of my hard-earned strawberries. The ingredients for the dessert are unsalted butter, strawberries, 1 shot of cherry liquor, 1 shot of dark rum, some whipping cream, and brown sugar. The tools you'll need is 1 pan and a torch. And you also need this. Stir the sugar above medium heat until it becomes liquid. Now that it's becoming liquid, you want to put in the butter. And if you want to make it even more good, you add in even more butter. Now we're putting in the cherry liquor. Now that we have the cherry caramel sauce, we can put in the strawberries and let simmer for under half a minute, and then we can turn it off. Remember to put in the dark rum and then instantly light it. This should be done with adult supervision, as flames are a bit of a hazard. Don't worry, if done right, there is no risk. Come here, come closer. Look, it's finished. I am very happy with the results. I have some creamy soup, very special sauce, fresh caught salmon, scalloped potatoes, asparagus, and flambéed strawberries. This is my final plating for the 3-set menu. I can't wait to taste it. While tasting, I felt all the flavors come together. The rich salmon, the creamy sauce, the bueno potatoes. This is definitely not the last time I will cook this menu.